What's up, y'all? Let's go to the movies. All right, let's regroup because it's about to be a busy couple of days. A busy, 2 weeks. Because including this one, I'm going to see at least 7 movies before the end of the month. This is the 6th movie I've seen within 7 days. My record is 5. This is supposed to be like a heartwarming sports underdog movie. Can't go wrong with that. Let's go. All right, let's talk about it. So that was The Long Game, directed by Julio Quintana, stars Jay Hernandez, Dennis Quaid, Cheech Marin. JB Pena and his wife just moved to Del Rio, Texas. He is an avid golfer. He is also a veteran. He served in World War II. And he wants to join the exclusive Del Rio Country Club so he can play golf, but they won't allow him to become a member because he is Mexican. He takes a job as superintendent of the school district. He ends up at San Felipe High School, where he sees the boys who damaged his car window when they hit a golf ball into it. And he's like, hold up now, there's something here. So he takes these ragtag team of misfit boys who work as caddies at the country club and says, hey, let's form a golf team. This all takes place around about 1956, 1957. It is based on a true story. 2 things. Number 1, if you are someone who plays golf, and I'm not talking about you go to Top Golf, you actually, put on your golf clothes and your golf shoes and you take your golf clubs and you go to a real golf course and you play 18 holes of golf. Can you explain to me why you love the game so much? I don't understand, and I would love to understand. Number 2, Jay Hernandez is fine. Tall, drink of water fine. I bet he has a 401k kind of fine. You know what I mean? Anywho's it. So not only is this a, underdog sports drama, but this is a, movie about ethnicity, race relations in the 1950s. But instead of typically we see it's, black and white, this is Mexican and white. But what's interesting about this whole concept of race within this story, the battle is not with, the white golfers or the white elites or whoever, but the battle is within themselves. Trying to figure out where they fit, what their place is, and what do they have to compromise in order to fit in. And eventually coming to a place where they realize, you know what, who I am is enough, and if they don't accept that, then they don't accept that. Now, how we get there is very interesting because you have this coach, JB, who wants to just play golf with everyone else, like everyone else. He's obviously from a different generation than these boys. And I think there's something in this that's very relatable even now, especially for those of us who are, not white. We are something of color. We're black, brown, whatever. We have all gotten the race talk in some way, shape, or form from our parents. But the thing about that race talk is that it sometimes doesn't quite mesh with our experience. Things have changed. Things aren't always the same. The way we navigate the world is very different than the way our parents navigate the world. And I'm seeing a bit of that here in JB and these boys, in that he's trying to teach these boys how to navigate a world he's used to and not really get on their level, if that makes sense. We get a very good sense of who he is from the very beginning. He's obviously a very capable and intelligent man, and he is definitely a leader. There is something in him that wants to almost father these boys, but he is a bit insecure. He knows his worth, he knows his value, but he doesn't know his own strength. And that weakness in him, is in a sense a handicap when he's dealing with these boys who are clearly much stronger than he is in this area. And yet, because he is older, because he plays his father figure role, it works. It makes sense that he would be leading them in this way. And then in a full circle moment, they're teaching him how to be a man, how to be a strong man, how to walk tall. It's beautiful, this intergenerational, these life lessons here. I don't know. I'm tired. But what I found the most endearing about this movie, in comparison to other, sports, dramas, feel goods, underdog stories, even underdog stories that involve race, is that the battle isn't so much with one another, but it's within ourselves. Before you step out and fight the world, you got to do war here. And that's basically what we're seeing, and that's basically the theme of this movie is we are our own worst critics. The biggest battles are within ourselves, and we are so much more than what people expect of us, because we meet the principal who's basically said these kids are only good for the military. He's not really preparing them for college or any life beyond that. We got to prepare them for the military. We have this one girl who is dreaming of big city life, but she's never been beyond the borders of her own town. We have Joe, whose dad is telling him that, Mexican Americans are only good to be either the help or the entertainment. And yet you have these boys stepping onto this golf course, owning it, saying, hey, we belong here, showing their community that we're so much more than this box we've put ourselves in. We can conquer the world just like everyone else. I don't know. Me personally, I like when a movie is theme heavy, but they're not heavy handed. I don't know how to make that make sense. It's one of those things you kind of have to sit down with me and just let me ramble until I say a sentence that makes sense. It's theme heavy, but it's not heavy handed. That's all I got for that one. But other than that, the movie's solid. It was great. I loved it. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. You really can't. And it's a bit of a passion project. Dennis Quaid, Jay Hernandez, the director, it looks like some of the director's family even played a role in, producing this movie. So this movie technically premiered last year at South by Southwest last March, and this is its theatrical release. So, yeah, this is a passion project. And I think you can kind of tell a lot of heart, a lot of soul went into this. It's a well-done movie, solid, great acting. I love the lighting. Maybe it's because the last couple of movies I've seen have been so dang dark, but this movie was very bright, and I appreciated that. It has almost this crisp Disney look to it, like a live-action Disney film that's sportsy. There's something about it that was just crisp. I don't know how to make it make sense. But live action Disney movies, especially sports films, there's a crispness to it that's just beautiful. And that's what that kind of reminded me of. But, I mean, solid movie, great family film. Beautiful. I liked it. This is one of those movies I would not have known about this if I didn't go to the movies as much as I do. Like, this just happened to be a trailer playing after one of the Christian movies I saw. I don't remember which one. And that's how I found out about it. Other than that, I didn't know nothing about it. I'd never heard. Didn't know. I feel like family films are few and far between. So if you're looking for a quality family film, something, hey, after church, before dinner, after dinner, like we can all go and enjoy this as a family. There you go. This is it.